Hi, I'm Alan. Welcome to Old English Outfitters YouTube channel. If you watched our previous segment, we took the M&P Shield 380 EZ, they call it, because it's pretty easy. We took it out and shot it, had a little fun with it, put a few rounds down range. Today, we're going to follow up that with a little tabletop review of it, talk about its various features, take it apart, let you look at the insides, all that sort of thing. Okay, so here we are with the Smith & Wesson 380 Shield EZ. We did some shooting with this in our previous episode. It's pretty good. It's a nice little gun, handles quite well. So we're going to talk about it here just a little bit statically, take it apart, let you see all the features on it. It's a pretty nice gun. Like most Smith & Wessons these days in this category, in this Shield range, it comes with a black cardboard box that has a lock, instruction manual, pistol, and 2 magazines. The manual is pretty comprehensive, covers pretty much everything about the gun, so we're going to set that out of the way for the moment. The 2 magazines we talked about on the range, we'll cover it again. They're very easy to load. You just hook the little tab and pull it down. It also has a tab, it protrudes a little bit on both sides, which makes it much easier to pull down and hold down. So they're easy to take care of, load. They can be disassembled if you drop them in the mud. They are open on the sides. If you get crud in them and you need to actually take them apart and clean them, that can pretty easily be done by just pushing down on that center pin and sliding the base plate off. You can take the spring and the follower out and scrub it all off and then put it back together. So that's pretty good too. Very nice setup. 8-round magazines, and it comes with both of them. We're going to move those out of the way and come to the pistol. There are 2 variations of the Shield EZ. One has an ambidextrous thumb safety that's right here. This one does not. This is the variant that does not have it. Some of you may know that there was a recall on the ones with the thumb safety because some of the stouter 380 defense loads were causing it to engage. Smith has corrected that, and the ones that you see now should all be taken care of, so that's no longer an issue. But the one we have here does not have the thumb safety. The magazine release on this gun is reversible, which is unique. The other Shield series guns, it's not. It is reversible on this one, and this particular gun's set up primarily for a left-handed person. I shoot it right-handed and had no trouble operating it with my trigger finger, actually. In fact, it was a little easier to operate that way than shifting to use my thumb. Features on the gun, it has a grip or palm safety back here. We've got some small front cocking serrations up here, and we've got larger serrations in the back, and it's got a little shelf right there that makes it gives you good purchase to get a hold of it to rack it. On this side we have the slide lock or release lever and the takedown notch. These front cocking serrations and the extension of the frame up through the front of the dust cover here and the location of serial number are kind of common to the 2.0 series Smith & Wesson pistols. The texturing on this is similar to the 2.0s. It's a little more aggressive than the original series Shield guns, but it's not quite as aggressive as the larger caliber guns. This is a Shield series pistol. It does fit, even though it's a 380, it does fit in a lot of the holsters that the regular Shield fits in. Not all of them, but quite a few of them it does. You will notice maybe that it does not have the safety piece in the center of the trigger. They opted that they didn't need that given the function of the grip safety. The grip safety, as we talked, and this pistol is empty and safe, the grip safety as we covered on the range has to be fully depressed in order for the pistol to shoot. If it's not pushed in, it won't fire. Get a firing grip properly, push it in, and it will shoot. So that pretty much covers the outside of this gun and how that looks. It does also have a loaded chamber indicator, which is right here. That little piece will stand up when you have a round in the chamber. It's visible, and if your lighting conditions are such you couldn't see it, you can put your hand on top and feel it in the up position. That tells you have a round chambered. Okay, well, let's break this thing down and see how it comes apart. It's pretty simple. Those of you who are familiar with the Shield series and the M&P series semi-autos may remember that once you get it locked open, you have to reach inside, push a little wire piece down to disconnect the firing mechanism from the slide. You don't have to do that with this gun. All you have to do is Lock it open, make sure it's empty and safe, which of course you're going to do with anything when you're maintaining it. Rotate the takedown lever down and then just release the slide and it will come right off the top of the gun. So we end up with the frame and the slide assembly, which has the recoil spring and guide and barrel. As with most things, just push the recoil spring and guide out. It's captured, so it's not going to launch. Set that out of the way. Pull the barrel up and out, set that out of the way, and those are the components that you have. Nice because you don't have anything small that you're going to launch across the kitchen or drop and roll under the couch or anything like that. So, pretty good deal. Inside the frame, if we push the grip safety, you'll notice that little piece coming up. That's part of what activates how the grip safety works. That has to push up to disengage the safety inside the slide to make this thing fire. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to actually putting this thing back together. Inside the slide, the rear sight on this pistol is adjustable to some degree left and right for windage. To do that, you have to get inside the slide. There's a little screw down there. Loosen it. That lets you move the sight left and right for adjustment. You'll notice there's a big cutout right here. This pistol looks like it's striker fired. It's not. It's hammer fired. So unlike the centerfire caliber pistols in the other Shield line, it's closer in how it operates. Actually, it operates exactly like the 22 compact, which is hammer fired. So what I'm going to do here at the moment is I'm going to pull this hammer forward. There's the hammer. When it's cocked, it's all the way back down in here like that. When you take this apart to maintain it, you don't want to just pull the trigger and let that hammer fly up because there's nothing to stop it. It might over travel, damage some of the mechanism. So when you're maintaining it and you have it apart, the best thing to do is just leave it in a fully cocked position. Don't worry about it. But that's what that is, and that's why you've got this large area here for that hammer to run, hit the firing pin, make the pistol fire. Okay? So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, not too much to go wrong there. It is a locked breech gun, which makes it a little more softer to shoot than straight blowback weapons, which is nice. So once we maintain it, we're ready to put it back together. Take the slide, put the barrel in. If you're familiar with taking semi-automatic pistols apart, it's pretty straightforward. It's very similar to that. Now, the recoil spring and guide, if we look closely, this is not exactly round. It's somewhat ovaled. And in the front of the hole where this is going to rest, it's also somewhat ovaled. So when you put it in, just make sure that it's lined up correctly. Otherwise, it won't slide in. Once you get it in the right position, just push it down. Make sure it's centered like you would with anything else, like another type of shield or other pistol. Take this slide and mate the rails to the rails on the frame and slide it back. Now, if you push the grip safety in and elevate this piece, you're going to discover that the slide's going to run into it. So if you're putting it back together and you got a gorilla grip on it like this, and you find it stopping and you think you need a bigger hammer, and you start forcing it, you might damage that piece. The simple thing is don't engage the grip safety when you put the slide back on, and it'll slide right over it. Easy enough to do. Slide it back on, take it all the way back, lock it open, put the takedown lever back to its original position, and we're back in business. As with anything, when you've taken it apart and you've maintained it, cleaned it, lubed it, all that sort of stuff, put it back together, it's a good idea to function check it. Make sure everything on it works as it should. So with this pistol, what we're going to do is close the slide. We know it's fully cocked. We had it open. Without depressing the grip safety, pull the trigger, nothing happens. Depress the grip safety, and it fires. Cycle the slide, reset works. So there, we just function checked it. We know the firing mechanism works correctly as it is supposed to. Very nice pistol. One point I want to make about it before we conclude is the barrel's a little longer. It's a little bigger pistol than most 380s. One of the advantages to a lot of small 380s is they're very good pocket pistols. They're very easy to carry, and that's nice. But the trade-off is always shootability. This pistol's big enough to be very comfortable to shoot, very easy to shoot. Because of the longer barrel, you're going to get a little more velocity out of a 380 load than you will out of some of the really small guns. That's always an advantage. More velocity means better terminal performance out of the defensive grade ammunition. So this pistol should give you a little better performance than a really small, short-barreled pocket pistol. So once again, it's just a very nice gun. We like it. It shoots pretty good. It's easy, just like they say, to operate. So if you have someone who has various problems with strength, cycling weapons, things like that, this pistol has some features built into it to help with that and make it much more convenient, much easier to operate. Well, thanks for watching this segment of Old English Outfitters YouTube channel. Don't forget to visit our website, www.oeoutfitters.com, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Alan for Old English Outfitters. Thank you for watching.